Merry meet. So I want to review a book today. The book I want to review is Energy Healing for Everyone, A Path to Wholeness and Awakening by Brett Bevell. This book is published by Monkfish. Yes, Monkfish. This is their logo. And yeah, let's have a look at it, shall we? I like this one. But then again, I think that the magical practice I like absolutely the most is direct energy manipulation, and it's probably the thing I'm best at too. I mean, it's that and basically cartomancy that I am best at. So yes, let's have a look. Here we have a table of contents, and like usually in my reviews, let's go down them. We have an introduction. I guess you can guess what that is. You have acknowledging the light, which is on the more spiritual side of it. The basic treatment, which is, the basics. Journaling, the 4-day cycle, which is a pretty interesting exercise. Mindful diet and mindful action. I actually really like this one because, like I said, I've been very much interested in bringing my spiritual beliefs into other practical elements of my day, such as, for example, how I eat. And it's an interesting chapter. But of course, this book has the problem that it covers a lot of ground while not being very thick, so it's sort of like a primer and not much more. Sharing the basic treatment with others, which is basically it's the basic treatment that goes through the basic system the book uses, and this how to share it with others. Sending the light of the Eternal One distantly across time and space, promote healing. Opening the path of love. Yes, you get it what that means. The whole world in your hands. I'm just going to go through these chapters because they very much release one big chapter rather than distinct ones. Opening the path of love, the whole world in your hands, lighting the way of your life, bringing light into your daily life. All these are sort of like the spiritual aspect of the system that are presented in this book. Honoring your body, I think, is pretty useful because it also tells about basically how can you start basically working with your spiritual body if you completely ignore and dishonors your physical body. So pretty good one there. Food as a path to the divine, another chapter I like along those lines. I think those two chapters should have been presented together, but well, clearing the karmic body, which you can also understand what means. Piercing the veil to Maya, which is a very, very interesting chapter. Engaging in spiritual service, also a very good one. Restoring the Garden of Eden, here we're going more into the New Age stuff. Light of the Eternal One and your higher self. Again, more in the New Age category, but not bad. I mean, I have nothing against New Age. Freeing the subconscious mind, which is a pretty useful chapter. Embracing the greater we. I think this will be a good chapter if you are into the whole universal unity thing. For me, who are a left-hand path practitioner, it's not a chapter that has much use for me, but yes. Lighting up the dream time, it's some quite interesting sections on dream work in this book. I really like that. There was another one back here in the more of the New Age section too. Yeah, we have it, Piercing the Veil of Maya. But yes, basically, there has some sections in here that's very good on that. Preparing to teach Light of the Eternal One. This goes very much into a religious part. This book has a very new agey and very religious take on the whole energy manipulation thing. So if that's not your thing, then that's not be the book for you. I sort of like it, but it can be a little bit overwhelming at times. Yes, and I do this with my books. I know, but I don't buy books to basically keep them in pristine condition. I buy them to read them. Sometimes to smack flies with them. It get too annoying. Embracing the teaching light. Decent chapter. Teaching the basic levels for individual, teaching the basic level for groups, empowering others to teach. You see, here is where the book lose me. You cannot go in a book that's basically 160 pages long and start with talking about the basics and then go into several chapters on how to teach the system. That sort of, doesn't work. I mean, the problem with this book isn't so much the content, the problem is that the author has taken this huge cucumber and is just trying to shove it all down his mouth and throat in one gulp, and it sort of got stuck along the way because it's too big. That's what this book is. Where were I? Empowering others to teach, teaching, and certifying others. The reason why I'm not going into details about these chapters as I usually do is that they're sort of connected together, and that you sort of what's on the tin is what you get. To teach. Creating an abundant life, that sounds pretty good. It goes into the whole basically attracting what you want thing. Living community. The snowman melting from the inside out. Metaphors in consciousness, that one's a good one. Lesson in simplicity. And the divine rainbow of light. So, what do I think about this book? Well, I think the system that it teaches is quite interesting. But I also think that how to teach the system and so on and so forth should probably be in book 3 or 4 about the system, not in book 1 in 160 pages. It feels like I'm constantly wanting more information, and it's like I'm reading out. As soon as it gets interesting, as soon as I'm getting into the topic, it's, oh, new chapter. Oh, this new concept here. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. Now, I have quite some background in various forms of energy healing and other new age concepts, so I can sort of follow anyway, but if somebody is actually just starting out with energy healing, they have never done any of it before, they see this book on the shelf and I think, oh, that looks like a nice book, I'll grab that one and I'll learn energy healing. They are gonna say after a while, well, interesting. I don't know whatever I read, but apparently quite interesting. So, yeah. There are some very good concepts in this book. It's not the best for beginners because it sort of jump topics. It just, like I said, spiked over too much. The Dreamtime and Maya should have, that should be a book on its own. Energy healing, ascended masters, how to teach it. All of these need some sections on its own. It just feels like a 160-page primer instead of being something you can actually learn something from. So, I mean, it's not a waste. There's some good information here, but if you're looking for a beginner's book to energy healing, I might find another one. But, yeah, I think I'll give this a 5 out of 10. Some of the information is really good, but it's just too unfocused, and yeah, cucumber, swallowing it all. Try to slice it up into bits first, works much better. Trust me, I have tried. So, yeah. I mean, if you can find it cheap, like I did, go for it. Sometimes New Age stores and such have bargain bins, and if you can pick it up for a few dollars, there might be some interesting concepts there. And it's a good sections, among other things, on spiritual eating and those things. That's pretty good. But don't expect this book to go into depth on anything. And that's my review of Energy Healing for Everyone, A Path to Wholeness and Awakening by Brett Bevell. I hope you have enjoyed this review. Have a great day, and blessed be.